Nintendo was the last major player to host a presentation regarding upcoming releases, with this direct focusing purely on third-party titles coming to the Switch, rather than drumming up last-minute hype for its own upcoming releases and making announcements for its own games. As I did in my State of Play video, what I want to talk about in this video is how I'm feeling about each of the announcements, which games have got me really excited, and who might be excited for these games if you skimmed over them or missed them previously. Grounded coming to the Switch isn't a huge surprise, as Xbox had already announced that they were planning to bring several of its titles to other consoles. If you missed it previously, Grounded is an adventure survival game where players are shrunk down to the size of an ant and have to adapt to survive in a backyard. The game supports both single player or online co-op for up to 4 players. Another polished survival game coming to Switch is never a bad thing, but I am mildly concerned about whether the game's going to run well on Switch and how it's going to perform online, but we'll see how that goes when the game releases. Fans of the survival genre and people who enjoy games such as Subnautica, No Man's Sky, and Ark would likely enjoy Grounded when it comes to the Switch on April 16th, 2024. Ender Lilies is a dark, 2D action RPG, better known as a Metroidvania, that released on the Switch in 2021, and the new game Ender Magnolia is a sequel set decades after the events of the first game. This new game begins in the Land of Fumes, where the kingdom's desire for conquest led to the creation of homunculi, artificial human-like lifeforms who led to the kingdom's untimely demise. Players are forced to pair up with a homunculi who was pivotal in the fall of their country. Players will be able to add 30 different abilities to their combat repertoire by defeating and liberating enemies throughout their playthrough. Ender Magnolia has a gorgeous art style and fluid combat, and looks like an absolutely fantastic game overall from what we've seen in the trailers. Fans of the original game, or other Metroidvanias such as Metroid Dread and Dead Cells, will love this game when it releases later this year on Switch. A Ranger is a very unique spin on the puzzle genre, and is unlike anything I've ever seen before. The main mechanic of a Ranger, a role-puzzling adventure, is that the world moves with you rather than you moving through the world, which allows you to solve puzzles in ways that may not seem natural or instinctive, and is overall a fresh take on the puzzle genre. The thing that really stood out to me about this game was how you can move from being at the top of a section to the bottom or opposite sides of an area in just a single step. Fans of puzzle games such as Captain Toad, World of Goo, or The Witness will enjoy this title when it releases in mid-2024. Developed by the same studio who brought us 13 Sentinels, Unicorn Overlords is a tactical RPG with a unique battle system and decisions that will impact your playthrough. As a huge fan of tactical RPGs, I'm very much excited for this, as the last major tactical RPG for the Switch was a bit of a letdown for me. Unicorn Overlord also stands out from other games in the genre due to the unique art style that Vanillaware is known for, which, to be honest, I've been 50-50 on in the past, but I think it really suits this game. Fans of tactical RPGs will enjoy this game when it releases on March 8th, 2024, and there's also a demo where save data will transfer over to the full game. Seeing Monster Hunter Stories coming to the Switch gives me really mixed feelings. I'm stoked that Capcom is giving some of its 3DS titles some love and giving them a new home on the Switch with significant upgrades, including full voice acting, but after playing through Monster Hunter Stories 2, I'm not sure I could get through another Monster Hunter Stories game. However, I know that there are many die-hard fans of the Monster Hunter and Monster Hunter Stories series that will be glad to see this title coming to Switch. Fans of the Monster Hunter series or the Monster Hunter Stories games, as well as monster taming games in general such as Pokemon and Digimon, will likely enjoy this game when it releases later this year. This is possibly the game I'm most excited for from this direct. Epic Mickey was a game I always wanted to play as a kid, seeing ads for it all the time on TV, but never managed to pick it up, so seeing the game getting a full-blown remake is really exciting. Someone on Twitter did a side-by-side comparison between the original opening animation and the one shown in the trailer, and you can see how much care and life and love has been put into this new animation. So if that trend continues through the whole game, this is going to be a fantastic title. Fans of the original 2 games, as well as fans of 3D platformers such as A Hat in Time and Super Mario Odyssey, will enjoy this game when it releases sometime in 2024. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance is not only the definitive edition of the game, but also adds an entirely new story which varies quite significantly from the original in the mid and later stages of the story, and provides an entirely different ending. SMT5 Vengeance will feature the original story, referred to as the Canon of Creation, as well as the new Canon of Vengeance story, with both playthroughs being about 80 hours each approximately. On top of the new story, SMT5 Vengeance adds new quality of life features such as auto-battling and new interactions. The game releases on June 21st, 2024 and will be enjoyed by fans of the Persona or Shin Megami Tensei series, as well as fans of monster taming games who are looking for a bigger challenge. As someone whose favourite game to play when I went over to mates' houses was Battlefront 2, seeing the game on modern consoles with 64-player multiplayer is a dream come true. New content and new maps in an older game is always great, and having Kit Fisto now, who's an awesome character, is absolutely fantastic. I can almost guarantee that the Hero Assault mode will be a favourite of mine, as I always wanted to play as one of the main characters whenever I could when playing Battlefront 2. Fans of the original Battlefront games, the new Battlefront games, or anyone looking for a good game to jam with friends will enjoy this collection when it releases on March 14, 2024. I've never been a huge fan of South Park or the South Park games myself, but overall the game looks pretty good. From the trailer, it looks like there's a lot of character customization, some really cool level designs, and just generally fun gameplay, which is very true to the South Park style. As we're seeing a lot lately, the game supports either single player or multiplayer with up to 3 friends. Overall, players who have enjoyed prior South Park games enjoy the South Park show, or are just looking for a game to dick around with friends will enjoy this game when it releases at the end of March. I've always really liked the concept of Sword Art Online games as far as games based off animes go, since the entire premise of SAO is an MMORPG. The game looks a lot like all the other SAO games they've released, polished, well designed, and overall looks like a fun game to play. The game supports up to 20 players in online play and has a brand new story, which is also really cool, and the game releases sometime in 2024 and will be enjoyed by fans of the SAO games, the SAO series, or JRPGs in general. The standout feature of Gundam Breaker 4 has to be the huge amount of customization, which allows for players to truly build their own Gundams. It looks a lot like Daemon X Machina, which I was a huge fan of, so this game could be quite good. However, there wasn't a lot said about story and whether there even is a single player campaign, so I'm personally waiting to hear a bit more about this before I decide whether it's a game I want to pick up. Fans of Gundam games like Daemon X Machina will likely enjoy this game and is due to release sometime in 2024. I've always had a weird soft spot for the Super Monkey Ball series. It's so weird, but I just like it. Adding motion control support is very nice, but it'll be interesting to see how it actually works and if it's any good. Local co-op is always a good thing to see these days, but the online gameplay looks like the best part of this game, and it'd be great to get a huge group of mates playing together. Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble releases on June 25th, 2024, and will be loved by fans of the series, fans of weird games like Katamari, and people looking for a great party game or games to play with friends. World of Goo 2 is a physics-based puzzle game where players use goo to build structures and solve puzzles to maximize the amount of goo into a global pipe distribution network, and is a sequel to the popular 2008 game World of Goo. The game gives me huge vibes of games like Polybridge, and definitely looks like it could be a lot of fun, especially since the Switch version supports local 4-player co-op. The game releases on May 23rd, 2024, and will be great for fans of the puzzle genre. I have really mixed feelings about the new Fantasy Life game. I'm really glad to see 3DS games getting solid sequels put out on the Switch, but something about the art style of this game really wigs me out. The game offers a huge amount of options for how you play, what lives you live, how you rebuild the island, and an interesting looking campaign. This feels like what I wish Animal Crossing New Horizons was, except I do have a personal preference for the Animal Crossing art style. The game also allows for you and 3 friends to play through the campaign together online. Fans of cozy life sim games such as Animal Crossing or the original Fantasy Life will enjoy this game when it releases in October of this year. Another Crab's Treasure is a game I've been following for a very long time, and is a very unique spin on the Souls-like genre. The game looks fantastic, has a very unique premise, fantastic voice acting, and looks a lot better than some of the titles released by much larger studios in recent years. The idea of being able to use almost anything as your armor seems like a lot of fun as well, and the game releases on April 25th this year and will be absolutely loved by fans of Souls-like games. Penny's Big Breakaway is a very interesting looking 3D platformer made by some experienced developers. You can definitely see the influences of Sonic on this title, but it definitely stands on its own 2 feet with a unique style, gameplay, and overall vibe. Just looking at the trailer alone, this game definitely seems like one of the better 3D platformers we've seen in recent years. The game released with the Direct and will be enjoyed by 3D platformer fans, and it's one I'd definitely like to point out to fans of A Hat in Time. The multiplayer DLC for the Suika game is now out, and it's very cool to see multiplayer in this game and definitely gives me vibes of games like Tetris 99. People who enjoyed Suika game previously and now want to play it with friends, or people who enjoy online multiplayer games like Tetris 99 will like this DLC in the original game. I can't put my finger on why, but Pepper Grinder really reminds me of a mini-clip game I played like 15 to 20 years ago, but I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it. I really love the art style in this game, and almost every game Devolver Digital publishes is a good title, so I have a lot of faith that this will be a good game. People who enjoy 2D platformers but are looking for something a bit different will definitely enjoy this game. The game releases March 28th, but a demo is available now that people can play. I feel like the remake of this game got announced ages ago, but I didn't realize this game was made by Game Freak. Pocket Card Jockey is a weird crossover of solitaire and horse racing. It looks incredibly weird, and I'm really down for this. I really do love Game Freak's weird non-Pokemon games, as they're always really unique and lets the team push boundaries in ways that they aren't allowed to in Pokemon games. Pocket Card Jockey is out now and also has a demo available. Snufkin Melody of Moominvalley is a story-driven musical adventure game releasing on March 7th, 2024. I really wish they'd given more time to this game in the Direct, as when you watch the actual trailer, the vibe is very different to how it felt in the Direct and looks really interesting and has an awesome sounding soundtrack. Tales of Kenzera ZAU is a 2D platformer by EA releasing on April 23rd, 2024. The game has some fantastic looking combat and a great world design and looks like a fantastic title overall. Demon Slayer Sweep the Board is a Demon Slayer themed party board game releasing on April 26th, 2024. This game definitely has Mario Party vibes and looks like a lot of fun. Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition is releasing on March 15th, 2024 and is an open world RPG that focuses on being historically accurate. Fans of RPGs like The Witcher or Skyrim on the Switch will enjoy this title. Contra Operation Galuga is the newest entry in the Contra series releasing on March 12th, 2024. It's a brand new reimagining of the NES arcade game from the 1980s and looks like a lot of love has gone into it. Pentiment is another game from Xbox Studios coming to Switch and is a gorgeous looking adventure RPG by Obsidian Entertainment and is available now. Snake Rattle and Roll, RC Pro-Am, Battletoads and Battlemaniacs, Killer Instinct and Blast Calls are all games from Rare that are coming to Switch Online and are available now. 4 are NES and SNES games, while Blast Calls is an N64 game that requires the expansion pack subscription. On top of this, Mother 3 is also coming to Switch Online only in Japan, as there is still no English release. The Endless Ocean games are a really cool concept, but I'm intrigued to see how well this game does on Switch. Originally a series from the Wii, Endless Ocean Luminous brings the series to Switch and supports online multiplayer for up to 30 players, which is absolutely insane. I do have to say the game looks gorgeous, but I'm not sure it's one I would personally want to pick up as it's not really my vibe. Though it's definitely one that I would recommend for people who enjoy games like Pokemon Snap or just want a chill game to play with friends. So those are my thoughts on everything we saw in the Direct. Let me know in the comments below what you thought, what your favorite game was, and what you really want Nintendo to announce in their next Direct, and I'll see you all in the next video.